Okay, welcome to Izzo's place. It's nice to see you here. So, unboxed a tool today. It's a hardwood floor jack, but I use it for laminate flooring more than I do for hardwood flooring. So let me give you a little rundown on laminate flooring, and then I can show you how I use it. Sorry, I had stuff in my ear. Alright, so here's just a couple pieces of cut off flooring. So as you can see, one end has this tongue like this, the other end is like this. So then what you do, once this board is laid down on the floor, wherever it needs to be, then this one comes in, gets set in there, and then usually you need to tap it in. You can't just like lay it in there. I don't know if you can tell, there's like a little bit of a gap. So normally what you do is you buy this tapping block. Usually comes with a hammer. It's got plastic on one side, rubber on the other. I generally will use the plastic side. And see, it's got ridges. So that way you can put it here. And you want to hold it nice and tight when you do this so you don't damage the laminate at all. Then you give it a little tap. Locks it together real nice. So then, what ends up happening is you get close to the wall and you no longer have room to put this block in and tap it because you're against a wall or at the end of the room. So what you can do is that kit comes with a piece of metal, which I don't know what I did with because I don't use them usually. It comes with a piece of metal. It's bent. It's got foam on it usually to protect the face of this. And usually what you'd do is you'd hook that over the edge of this, and then it's got a tab that flips up also, and you'd smack it to draw it forward. Okay, I'm just gonna break in here real quick. After I recorded the rest of the video, I found the whammy bar, we're gonna call it. So the way you would use that is you'd cut your flooring so it's gonna be about 1/4 inch off of that wall. And then once you get to that point, you can't use this anymore. So then what you do, you got this little guy, so you set it on there, and then you go ahead and smack it like that to draw it in. And it's got these little felt pads on it. That is to offer some protection to your flooring. But you got to be careful. You can put damage here, and then sometimes it's so hard to draw that in. I've actually hit these so hard that even with a plastic mallet, they start deforming. So that's why I've switched it up and I now use the hardwood floor jack. All right, back to the past Izzo. Most of the time it works. Sometimes it's difficult even to use that. So then what you can do is you get one of these and you set it here. And let's go ahead and pretend this granite black backsplash is my wall. So you set it there, and now you have this motion, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure. And once it hits that wall, then you just give it a little oomph, and it should snap it right together. So I find this easier than trying to tap with that piece of metal, and sometimes the only thing you can do is use that piece of metal and tap it. But I have found that this, even though on the box it says it's made for hardwood, I found that this is so much better for finishing off a room of laminate. So kind of a short tools day today, but I appreciate you being here. If you have any questions on laminate flooring or hardwood flooring, I'll do my best to answer it. I've got more experience with laminate than hardwood, but I've done some hardwood as well. But these are pretty easy to find if you're doing a laminate job and you want to pick one up. I can't remember what they're called now. Whatever Lumber Liquidators is called now, LL Flooring, I think. You can get them there, $38, and tell them Izzo sent you, and it won't get you anything. So they're just gonna look at you like, what? But anyway, or they'll think that you know Tom Izzo. Who knows? But that's all I got for you today. So thanks for hanging out with me for 3 minutes. And if you're working, work safely. If you're drinking whiskey, drink responsibly. Do everything with a little bit of whimsy, and you're gonna have a good time. I'll catch you next time you're hanging out at Izzo's place. Thanks.